In this video, I'm going to give you ideas for protecting your garden and keeping critters out. All of these builds are from our community and they're made entirely out of off-the-shelf electrical conduit and maker pipe connectors. Those two materials combine together with simple hand tools and allow you to build pretty much anything you can imagine. People use it for all kinds of stuff, including builds in their gardens. And we're going to highlight a few enclosures today to give you some ideas if you need to protect your garden. And this first one comes from Rita and Ken. And this is a really cool kind of double lid design that they made for their garden beds. And actually their entire raised garden bed is made out of EMT conduit with some metal siding in there kind of acting as the sides of the bed, which is pretty cool. And so essentially to protect this, they just added some T connectors, as you can see in the corner, one on each side, and pretty much just rely on the friction of the connector to hinge the lids. And they've got one on this side, and then we can see in this photo on this side, they've got another one. So nice and simple. There's a really easy addition to a frame. And if you don't have a garden bed made out of EMT conduit already, to add this to it, then you can secure something similar to your build using one-hole straps or something like that. We've seen quite a few, and we'll see more ideas as we go through, including this next one from Thomas, who recently shared these two simple frames that he put together to protect his garden from leaf hoppers. He said he's having a hard time protecting his plants, and so he essentially just made a couple of frames. This one here is more of a kind of hoop house or arch design. That's pretty cool. And then secured some bug netting to the frame. And then this one here is a triangle design using some of those T connectors that we just saw in Ken and Rita's build. And then here we can see there's less connectors. There's T's in the corner, but then they're kind of using the arch here to kind of eliminate some connectors and give it this, arch design, which looks really cool and is working out great to keep out the leaf hoppers, I'm hoping. And essentially here, just got the bug netting secured. Looks like on this one and on the other one, they're using the conduit cover clips, which just snap over the material and then over the conduit as well at the same time. And that works really well for this kind of situation when you need to secure something that's lightweight or, shade cloth is when we usually see those, but also works for this kind of thing, as we can see here. So that's really cool. Thanks so much for sharing it. Next up is one of my favorite builds of all time. This is a really cool garden enclosure. And if you look at it here, it's just, your standard box and, looks like a normal enclosure. But if we go through the images, we can see that this is not even close to a normal enclosure because the two sides fold up and this turns into a garden that you can easily access. You don't have to worry about trying to squeeze through a small gate. You don't have to, do anything too complicated. Just access your garden by swinging up these two sides, and it's really awesome, really cool. We actually did a full build breakdown of this that I'll link down below that you should definitely check out if you want to recreate it. But essentially, it's just a freestanding frame. As we can see there's verticals going all the way up to the very top. And then the way this hinge mechanism is working and the way these sides work is there's just a couple feet, maybe a foot or so of extended conduit going through the 90 at the top of the frame and extending up. And then he's using adjustable angle connectors at the very top of this to basically make these hinging panels. So he can rotate those up, and then he's got some T connectors that will swing down and add the vertical pole to the ground just to support the panels once they're up in the air. But as we can see, this is fantastic. Like I said, one of my favorite builds of all time, and I think it's just really cool and provides a lot of functionality. And the main thing is just gives you full access to the garden inside. So you don't have to worry about, like I said, squeezing through a small gate or, only having access to one side or whatever it might be. You can access the full garden. So really creative. Thanks so much, Steve, for sharing this. Awesome job. Next up is an enclosure I wanted to highlight because we don't see this all too often, but I think it makes a lot of sense to have an exposed build like this, because if you're not going to be using this as a greenhouse or, adding sunshade to the top, or if you're not going to be adding trellising, if you really just need to protect your garden, then you can do more of a fence design and kind of eliminate a lot of connectors and a lot of cost by not having a roof structure on this. So this is a pretty large and tall fence that they've put around. It even has a gate going inside, a full door you can go in and out of, and essentially this is made to kind of just be a fence. There's no roof. There's no, like I said, I don't think there's any plans to turn this into a greenhouse, anything like that. But even if you did, you could add that later on if you wanted to with conduit and connectors. But as it stands alone right now, it's just an enclosure, and I think is a great example of building a fence without really worrying about adding a roof and adding all the cost that's going to come along with that. And so this is really cool, pretty tall, like I said, and it's made with pretty much the same design we typically see for this kind of a box design with 90s in the corners, to make the cube structure. A lot of T connectors, got some angled bracing in there with 45-degree connectors. Can't really see a close-up of the hinges, but we'll highlight a few different hinges as we go through, so just stay tuned for that. But a really great design, and like I said, just really showcases you don't have to build a complicated roof. If you're just trying to keep critters out, you can do something like this and make more of a fence. So really cool. Thanks so much for sharing this one. Next up is a massive enclosure, as you can see from Ralph, and this is a build for all of the conduit haters out there that say you can't really build anything structural out of EMT conduit, because this is a massive enclosure that's holding up great and holding and supporting a lot of cattle panels and metal, as we can see there, and is just built really well by Ralph, and really showcases that you can push conduit to its limits if you build a structure well and you add a lot of bracing. So we can see here, there's a lot of connectors. Not going to try to break it all down, but really the roof structure is made using 45-degree connectors, and I like the way these are oriented because you can take advantage of the through pipe connection and pretty much have an extended piece of conduit. So if you were going to put greenhouse plastic on this, then you could have a little bit of an overhang so the water would run off of the roof, as we can see there. It's a good close-up shot. And we can see 90s, like I mentioned, which are usually used for boxes. We can see some T connectors in there, and just a ton of connectors to make this massive enclosure. And, one of the things that we'll highlight a few different times is the type of material that's on the outside. We've seen bug netting, we've seen chicken wire, we've seen all kinds of different stuff, and these are hardware cloths, and you can secure these. We see a lot of people just use standard zip ties, nylon zip ties, but you can use metal zip ties, which I think are really strong and a really great solution for outdoor builds like this. So I'll link a video that we've done on those down below. And I just think this is an awesome example of pushing conduit to its limits, and you can see here it's working out great. They've got plenty of stuff growing. There's a really good picture of all the stuff going on inside, and we can even see the deer are upset because now their buffet is gone. We can see it's got a double gate here you can go in and out of, and just really cool, really massive enclosure, and just shows you can push the limits and you can be really creative as long as you build something well. Make sure you brace your builds, and you can do cool stuff like this. So thanks so much, Ralph, for sharing it. We love seeing it. Next up is a unique enclosure built by Rex for a berry garden. We can see here this is a little bit different. It's not a cube or a rectangle or an arch like we've seen. This is essentially a T-post that has a material draped over it. And this was kind of done to kind of cut down on connectors and conduit, where essentially you just have two verticals that go up, probably supporting these with vertical rebar stakes in the ground. We can see, looks like there's, actually, no, that's not a part of it. That's something else. Looks like there's just those two verticals going up. And then actually you can see there the outer pipe is thicker, so it's probably a piece of 1-inch conduit that's driven into the ground, and then they've got the 3/4 inch slid into that to kind of steady that and keep it stabilized and secured, which is a good idea. Got some angled bracing up here. I just mentioned how important it is to brace. And then what really stabilizes this is they've got these legs going down to the ground that are grabbing on with T connectors and then going down, and then they've got some netting or some rope from one build all the way to the other side, pretty much mirrored to the other side. That's kind of pulling everything tight, and then these legs are resisting that tension to kind of keep everything pulled taut. And that's a really creative, really unique enclosure. And then of course you just have the netting kind of draped over the whole thing, and it looks like it's doing great to protect the berry garden from the birds, which is really cool and just really creative. So thanks so much, Rex, for sharing this. Great idea. Next up is another awesome enclosure, and this one comes from Jasper. This one is really cool. It's made for a small space, this kind of patio bucket garden, as we can see here, and essentially just made this rectangular cube that looks, like I said earlier, just, at that other build, just kind of a normal cube, really kind of unassuming structure, nothing really crazy going on. But then, if you look here, we can see the top panel and the front panel fold up to give you full access to the plants inside. And this is really creative and kind of has this two-stage folding design thanks to these hinges here. And these are hinges that we've highlighted in a video that I'll link down below. But essentially there are 3/4 inch PVC hinges, but they actually work with 3/4 inch EMT conduit. If you kind of bend them a little bit and then use the holes for the self-drilling screws, they work pretty well. There's a little bit of a gap and a little bit of wobble, but you can snap those on and then use the self-drilling screws and get a pretty good securement method. We can see here there's hardware cloth on the outside with metal zip ties holding those, which is great. And looks like it's working awesome. And again, it's just really creative because then you get full access to the garden inside, which is pretty awesome and just really clever and a great idea. If you have a small space that you're working in, or even a large garden, you can do this same kind of design and kind of do this folding mechanism if you want to have access to the full garden and have a great enclosure at the same time. And really, it's just made with a bunch of two-dimensional panels that are made with T-connectors, as we can see there, which then kind of work in with the other panels when you have those hinges connecting the two of them together. So you can kind of fold it up and then fold it back at the same time because of the way the hinges are attached. So that's really cool. I love this one from Jasper. Thanks so much for sharing it. Next up is an enclosure that kind of has a minimal connector approach, because we can look through here and we don't really see a lot of the connections that we would normally see in a project like this. Usually you'd see a 90-degree connector there, you'd see a 180 there. You'd see probably a coupling in there somewhere, which actually there is a coupling, but it's an off-the-shelf coupling. Typically you'd see a lot of those types of connectors, but this one, looks like they bent conduit and kind of secured it in a few places by just bending it and then having a self-drilling screw going through the metal conduit and into the other piece of conduit. They might be using bolts. Can't really see a close-up, but I think that's a technique that's been around a lot longer than maker pipe connectors. So people use that for building structures with conduit, which is cool to see. And essentially, using handheld tubing bender, did this large arch, did a bunch of them in series to make this hoop shape or kind of a tunnel shape enclosure. And then we can see they did use some connectors. We got the I think that is an example of the bolt going through, but then we can see they've got the T connectors to make the door, the adjustable angle hinges. You've got some of the latches and the gate hinges from Northwoods Engineered, which are something that we sell on our website and you can find on his that I'll link down below. And essentially just kind of a minimal approach, but it's working well, as we can see in these photos, and it looks great. And there you can see kind of some close-ups of the bolts going through the flattened conduit, which is really unique and just a really cool design. And then of course you got the hardware cloth attached to the outside. Looks like it's zip tied or secured in place with it looks like zip ties from what I can tell. So that's really awesome and just a great example. You can save some money and kind of use different approaches to achieve your build, which is really cool, and really appreciate you sharing this. Thanks so much. Next up is kind of the standard design that we typically see, where you've got 90s in the corners to make the cube shape, and then you've got various other connectors like the T connector that's framing out the door. You've got two doors and that are made out of T connectors, and I like this one because it's meant to be kind of a double door that swings open, so to give you better access inside. We've talked about that a few times. You don't want to be limited by your door to get inside and access to plants. So this is really cool and kind of showcases that. And those are the hinges that are 3D printed from Northwoods Engineered as well, which work really well. And it looks awesome. And it's got them on two garden beds. And this looks to be chicken wire secured there. And something, if you're, like I said earlier, if you've got a wooden raised garden bed, you can secure these in place with a number of different things like 1-hole or 2-hole straps. But it looks like they're using the electrical hanger straps, which just clamp around the conduit and then have a flat side so you can mount that to a flat surface, as we can see here, and it's working out great. And it's just a really awesome idea. Love the double gate design, and kind of showcases that you can build something kind of simple overall, like a cube. There's just a standard rectangle or square cube around your garden bed, but then you can customize it even further and add different functionality based on your needs and your wants. So that's really cool. Thanks so much for sharing that, Sam. Last but not least is an impressive build from Sandy, and she calls this the screen house because she talked about, you could add plastic to this and turn this into a greenhouse. But right now it has enclosure material on it, and this is another massive one that just showcases how much you can push conduit to its limits if you brace accordingly and brace properly. And it's just really fantastic build. We can see it's got arches incorporated into the roof, and we actually have a full tutorial on bending arches and circles with the empty conduit. I'll link that down below so you can check it out. But we can see here it's got plenty of bracing incorporated into it. It's got 90s, 180s, some of the standard connectors that we see typically for cubes, and really long cubes, because we can see here the 180-degree connector breaks up the horizontal span and then adds a vertical pull at the same time. So if you're building something really long, that's a really great connector to use a bunch of times, because you can pretty much go forever, because like I said, it breaks up that span and adds a vertical, which it's important to have a vertical span or angled bracing every few feet. And we can see here there's angled bracing inside. We can see there the actual roof is secured with the adjustable angle hinge connector in a really creative way, where the end clamp is grabbing onto the vertical and then the arch is going through the top of the puzzle piece clamp. So that's really creative. She said she probably wouldn't do it that way again. She'd probably do something something different, which is really cool that she shared that insight with us. Always love when people share their builds and different details and things about the build that they want to share. So that's really cool. We can see here, looks like they're using the PVC snap-on hinges for the gate, and it's a pretty large door to access the full garden inside, and it's just another great example of an enclosure that you can use to protect your plants. So really cool, Sandy. Thanks so much for sharing this, and thanks to everybody for sharing your builds. As always, love seeing these. These are just a few of the enclosures that we've seen from the community. I'll link our Connect community and Facebook group down below if you want to check those out and look for more builds or share your own. We'd love to see it and see what you guys are working on and hear from you guys. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.